a second-year junior monk at St. Vincent Archadi. Today is the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary. If you read any of the Gospels or any books of the New Testament, you'll realize that no mention of Mary's birth is in it. The youngest account we have is the Annunciation. Well, we get the birth of Mary from the Evangelicum of James, Proto-Evangelicum of James, which means the first Gospel. So in this story, we have a couple named Joachim and Anne, who are barren, which in the eyes of the Israelites was seen as a curse. So Joachim decides to go to the temple to offer sacrifice, but it is known that he has no child, so it's seen that he is cursed, not beloved of God. So he ends up going into the desert to fast for 40 days and 40 nights, while his wife Anne is at home mourning the loss of her husband and realizing that she will not be a mother. Well, during those 40 days and 40 nights, he fasts and prays. And at the end, an angel appears to him and Anne, saying that they will have a child that will be known the world around. So Joachim leaves the desert, and Anne leaves her house, and they run and both meet, according to legend, at the Golden Gate. Anne conceived, and she had a child, who is our Blessed Mother Mary, who is known the world around. Now, this is very important because it is through Mary that we receive Jesus. If you look at the other Proto-Evangelium, which is Genesis 3, 15, 16, thereabouts, God promises to send a Savior. This is the good news. So, with Mary, we receive Jesus. So we realize Mary's birth is an important thing, and it shows that God is fulfilling the promise he made to our first parents. Now, the reason I picked Joachim is I do have a devotion to Mary, as all Catholics should. She is our mother, the one that is showing us through her Son. Now, Joachim wasn't my first choice, nor was it my second. It was actually my third. The reason I came across this was I wanted to have some connection with Mary. I couldn't have Joseph because we already have Josephs in the community. And the only other man I could think of was Jesus, and I wasn't getting that name. So I realized that there was Joachim, and I realized that although he didn't have a child and others thought he was cursed, he truly believed God would help him through this difficulty. Later on, I found a little icon here. I wanted to have an icon of Joachim. So this is the presentation of Mary in the temple. This also comes from the Proto-Evangelicum of James. So when Mary was 3, Anne and Joachim brought Mary to the temple to present her there. That's where she would be a consecrated virgin for God. So thinking about this, I was realizing that Joachim was able to offer up the most perfect human being that has ever been. And I was realizing that being a monk, I was going to have to sacrifice, everything and anything that I could get to God. Now, if Joachim can offer up his daughter at the age of 3 to the temple, with his intercession and with having devotion to him, he should be able to help me purify my desires and bring me closer to God. So, we don't know a whole lot about Joachim and Anne. We do know that there was a great amount of faith and a great amount of love to seek God. And that is the mission of every Christian, whether you be a layperson, single, married, priest, religious. So let us ask for the intercession of St. Joachim and St. Anne, our Blessed Mother, to purify our desires and lead us closer to our Son, Jesus.